Hey, Caleb Downs, baby.
Let's
We here, Jason.
go.
We here this week. Cowboys with a huge draft up to this point so far. Very exciting stuff. Man, it's been I can't believe it type of attitude around here. It's been the Giants. I just want to thank the Giants to start off this podcast.
Thank
Thank you, New York
you. Thank
Giants.
you,
Bless your
Giants.
heart. Um, but yeah, man, it's been a great start to the Cowboys draft today. Great week to this podcast, man. Welcome. I'm always a pleasure to be with you, my friend. We're back again. It's going to be a great podcast. It's going to be very draft oriented for the Cowboys. We're going to kind of focus in that direction. Talk about a couple other stuff. NBA playoffs are going on. NHL playoffs are going on. There's a lot happening right now, but we're going to go ahead and get into all of that. Uh, but as the introduction stated by myself, Caleb Downs, Jason, we did it. It was our dream pick all
Baby.
the way. This still doesn't feel real, number
I,
one.
I, I, bro,
And
I woke up this morning and I was like, man, we
yeah,
really,
we had a pep in our step.
it really happened.
It really happened, man. And everyone everyone that I've seen from fans of other teams, especially like within our division, it's been like, I can't believe the Cowboys got Caleb Downs. Like, I don't know if you saw the interview. I think it was on a podcast with Malik Neighbors. Actually, I
Oh
think I
yeah,
sent it to you. I don't know if
I
you
seen
watched it,
that. Yeah.
but he was basically like, "Oh, I can't believe I have to play Caleb Downs again. He's a dog. He's so good. Like
Hmm.
I have to play him twice a year." So, man, it was just a home run, like A+ pick for the Cowboys. It fell in your lap. I mean, you went up one spot to go get it, right? And you gave up two fists, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
two fists. Right now, this team doesn't need fists. It needs it needs starter day one caliber players that are gonna make an impact from the get go.
Exactly.
That's exactly what Caleb Downs is. He's going to do that. As long as health and everything stays with him along the way, I don't see why he doesn't make multiple Pro Bowls. Hopefully, knocks on the door. It's early, but Hall of Fame status. A lot of people are saying that that's
Yeah.
kind of the that's the
I
one
was
Hall
gonna
of Fame
bring that
player in
up.
the class,
Yep.
and the reason why he fell, which we mentioned this a little bit on past episodes,
The knee.
the positional value, right? And like safety isn't really one of those positions that quote unquote is the main focus of a team. Normally, those positions are quarterback, left tackle,
Right.
wide receiver, D tackle, corner, that
Corner.
sort of
Yeah.
thing. So, but when you have a player like Caleb Downs, you should not be falling to pick 11. And I'll start out by saying we got through the first four picks. It was the first four picks, right? Yeah, because when the Giants took Reese, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, the Giants took
So
Reese.
I was like, Reese was never, for me, realistically, Reese was never going to be in play. So once Reese went, I was like, okay,
Right.
cool, no big deal.
The fact that
Whatever,
he
we go
even
on.
fell to five is what kind of got me like, ooh, maybe we can get Downs.
Exactly. And so then the two players that I really wanted was Caleb Downs, number one, and then Sony Styles. But
Sony,
Sony went into division
yeah,
to Washington.
Washington, yes,
And
sir.
once he came off the board, and then the Chiefs traded up to pick number 9 to get Delane, the corner.
They
That's
traded
when
up
I
to
texted
six,
you.
traded up to
Oh,
six. Yeah.
six, six. Sorry, yes, correct. With the Browns,
Yeah,
they traded up with the
when they
Browns.
got Delane, I was excited because that just kept
What
Downs in play. I kind of wanted Delane, to be honest.
I
But
did too.
at
I
the same
absolutely did.
time, like if you can get Downs after that, like shit. And that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, now Delane is gone, so we got a chance. We got a chance.
And then Styles, uh, Styles went a couple picks later
Number seven.
to yeah, or one pick later,
Yeah.
and then now we're kind of in we're treading water. We're treading territory here because it's really Caleb Downs or bust at this point.
Right.
And so like we're just watching these picks go by. The Giants pick comes up. I was like, if the Giants don't pick him, I think he's ours. Sure enough, they don't pick him.
Exactly.
We trade up one spot to just to secure that real quick. Best pick for the Cowboys in a really long time.
Man,
I'm excited about it.
that the fact that
Bright future. Bright future.
The Giants, I whenever they didn't pick him, I almost cried, bro. Because I was like, I really thought that they were gonna take him, and when they didn't, I was like, oh, there we go. We got Caleb. I didn't know that
I
we were
think
gonna trade up, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Somebody must have been trying to get him also, because I
if
there
Caleb Downs played any other position, he's getting taken number one overall. He's getting
right.
taken over,
Yeah, his
maybe number two,
position.
maybe number two because of Fernando Mendoza. But regardless, like
It's like
he should be going top three.
safety, linebacker, and running back always, or and guard always.
Guard, yeah,
They're not they're not respected as much as any of the other positions.
absolutely. And the thing is too is now when they also got, we're going to talk about him in just a second. Malachi
Yeah,
Lawrence, the pick we trade Cowboys. So let's kind of just refresh this. We traded two fifths to move up to get Caleb Downs,
right.
correct?
With
And
Miami.
then when 20 came up, we traded back with Philly, which I saw it with Philly. I was like, uh oh. I was like, that's never good, or it means something's up. What usually? Well, we got two fourths back from them,
Yeah,
and those picks were later on. So like that, they call that the division tax, right? Because if you're gonna trade with the division rival, you're probably gonna have to pay more to move up. Excuse me. So with that being said, when that was made, and then we drafted a defensive end, I would say it's expected. Either that or corner was kind of what I was leaning.
yeah.
I immediately thought the Cowboys hit a home run on day one. Couldn't have, I don't know if there's a better combination of realistic falling points for players that we could have asked for. Because I think if you get Caleb Downs where you were, or at 11 in this case, I think whatever you got at 20 or 23 is just a cherry on top.
Cherry
You
on
know what I
top.
mean?
Hell yeah.
So it's looking good, and this is kind of what I was
And
prepping for you ahead of time. Go ahead, Jason,
also,
before I start.
whenever we traded those two fifths, I actually, you remember I texted you and I was like, is that really worth two fifths? And you were like, what the fuck are we gonna do with two fifths? And then we turn around and then at pick 20, we get an
Uh huh.
even better deal than we gave for pick 11 with two
Correct.
fourths. So
Correct.
whoever, I don't know, they had to have brought somebody. Maybe I don't know who is in that office now, but it's not one of the Joneses. No, the Joneses ain't doing this. There's no way
Some
the Joneses
they
are
got
doing
somebody.
what we're doing right now because
To,
this is wonderful.
it is wonderful, and that's a great point too. Is it doesn't feel like the old Cowboys like drafts.
It
It
don't
feels
feel
different.
nothing like that.
It
Nothing.
feels it feels different, and that scares me. It scares
Because
me
you get
because
your
now it's
hopes
like
up.
you get
And
your
we
hopes up,
always
and
get let down.
we I've been there almost 33 years now, Jason. 33 years. And oh, everyone's gonna be, oh, well, they won in, 90, 94, 96, whatever. I don't care. I don't count those. I wasn't old enough to remember.
Right.
So that doesn't
We ain't
count.
never done
So
shit.
just been a laughing stock. I've witnessed Quincy Carter, you know what I
Oh,
mean? So,
nice pull.
you know, Brandon Weeden as my quarterback. Like, we've went through the ringer. We've seen, we had the catch with Des Bryant. That one,
That was,
that one's gonna live in infamy. Always live in infamy
you
there.
never
But
know what's gonna happen after that because that was a catch. That
man,
was a
they
motherfucking
they
catch.
they literally changed the whole catch rule after that. So that I mean, that it is what it is. But without going down that rabbit hole, just going back to the draft, the round one has been fantastic. They did end up today is day two. Day two is over now, or yeah, I believe it is over. The Cowboys did end up getting a defensive end from Michigan, so they are going to continue to go defense heavy. I am a
Um,
little curious about our defensive back situation outside of safety. We got
Corner.
Bland, yeah, and Chevelle Reese. He's a to be determined. Uh, we'll see. I don't really know. I'm not excited about our defensive backs. How are you
It's
feeling?
Siobhan Ravel.
Siobhan Ravel. Correct. Yes. Thank you for correcting me. So,
I'm
but back to my original. How are you feeling about the secondary in general?
all right. So first of all, I'm interested. Mm, I'm gonna leave that to you. I'm interested to see what Tyler has to think about the draft picks that we made first and foremost. Um, but the secondary, I feel like Deron Bland and Rebel have both come off of injuries recently, and they're really good. Like Reese was the number one prospect before he got injured in college. Then he came back last year and played a couple games. Like I don't think that we should judge him based off of what he did last year at all,
So
period.
that's part of the thing, right? Is it's kind of hard because you have had those
And
injuries.
then we also, okay, yeah, sure. But you can't just say that, oh, okay, he's just always going to be injured. You don't know if he's going to get injured or not. The question
Sure.
is, can he be built up into somebody who can start for you and make an impact on your defense? And on top of that, we just got Christian Parker as our DC, and he specifies in DBs. So I think that Reese might surprise the shit out of us this year. And that's my big what do you call it?
Well, prediction,
My hot take for the week.
hot take.
My hot take for the Dallas Cowboys is Christian Parker matched up with Arvell Reese after a full off season of being healthy. He's gonna be good.
I mean, I hope so. I think right now with it on paper, it seems like we have a lot of pass rush depth
Oh,
pretty
for
much at all the
sure.
positions now.
Yeah.
So the best coverage that you can have is a good pass rush. If your pass rush is getting there, then your coverage doesn't have to do much. So
And
we'll see where that goes.
we have a full rotation now because we have as Raku, Rashawn Gary, and then Malachi that we
Brennan
just
Williams,
drafted. Oh my God, Quentin Williams,
Kenny
Kenny
Clark.
Clark. Like our
Yeah,
defensive line is about to be
nice. It's about to be
they're
nice.
never gonna get tired.
Yeah, and you can just rotate. No, for real. Like it's a
They're
good
never
point. Like
gonna
you can
get tired.
rotate a lot, keep them
And we're gonna be
fresh.
playing a 3-4, so it's only three of them playing at a time. Like that's gonna be a rotation where
Yeah.
they stay fresh all game. And that honestly, I didn't even realize that until we just said it, but that might be very, very effective strategically because they're
Well,
gonna be
speak.
on because the offensive line's gonna play the whole game.
Yeah,
We can get on their
yeah.
ass with seven
Cause
different people now.
I like the influence that I'm seeing from Christian Parker already, with kind of the draft picks and the way that they're kind of going after these players. Because they did end up trading one of the fourth rounders for, I believe his name is D. Winters. He played linebacker for the 49ers and he started all 17 games last season. Uh, So now they have. I think they still have three fourths. I think they had four fourths before that. So I think they still have three fourth rounders.
Damn.
It's either two or three. But anyway, so they'll be making a lot of picks tomorrow.
I was
Um,
hoping we can get Jonathan Brooks, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And
man,
you
you
told
keep teasing
me
me with this Jonathan Brooks take, but
you
I don't
talked
know,
about
man.
his injuries, but everybody on the fan, whenever I'm listening, they really want that to happen.
I mean, it's my assumption would just be like if they went after him, he'd probably be cheap because he is coming off of two ACL tears. But you know the Cowboys, they like the what if potential.
Yeah, all the
So
time.
if he can ever get back to what he was when when he was coming out of college, it would be a great investment. But with that, besides that, um, another good investment that I don't really have. Well, I'm gonna take that back because I do watch the NBA playoffs, but I don't really watch the NBA regular season.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm exactly the
and
same.
yeah, it's just because usually I don't know what the number is, but usually about a quarter of the way to about halfway through the regular season, you kind of know who the playoff teams are, who the playoff teams aren't. So once that happens and teams start to establish, that they're tanking, it becomes really boring, in my opinion. Now, you'll have your marquee matchups and stuff, but a lot of times these players are sitting out, resting, etc. But in the playoffs, it's full go. If even if you got a little boo boo here or there,
Right.
you're playing, you're gonna be playing. So, but with that being said, I know we don't talk a lot of basketball. So before we go any further, I always have to start out any basketball segment by my famous words, fuck Nico Harrison.
Oh Lord.
And as I do that, Jason, I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna run through these matchups, let everybody know who's in the playoffs, who's playing each other, what the series score is at, that sort of thing. If you have any words, any thoughts about a particular matchup, let me know. Uh, First matchup, I'm gonna start in the East. We have the number one seed Pistons are playing the number eight seed Magic, Orlando Magic. The series is actually tied right now 1-1, going back to Orlando or going to Orlando for two games. So we'll see how that one continues. That would be interesting if the Magic can pull that one out. The next matchup is the number four Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers, and number five Toronto Raptors.
That's Cavs all
The
day.
Cleveland is currently leading that series 2-1. Uh, it is they are playing game four. I guess that's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday in Toronto. And then the next series is the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks, number three versus number six. Atlanta actually leads that 2-1. Poor Knick fans. I,
What?
I I know the Knick fans are pissed.
Bro, the Knicks haven't been able to catch a break since 1969. Like I don't know the exact date, but it's been a long time.
It's been a long
My
time.
goodness.
That that's actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna have to start keeping up with that one a little closer, I think. So that'll be interesting. And then the number two seed Boston Celtics playing the number seven seed 76ers. Boston currently leads that one 2-1.
No,
All
really?
right.
Okay.
Yep.
But
And then
Boston is my favorite in the East.
is it gonna be pretty chalky, you think? You think it's just gonna be Detroit and Boston in the conference
Well,
finals?
see, the thing is, I know who's on Boston and I don't know who's on Detroit. So I'm just rocking with Boston.
Well, Cade Cunningham is probably the big
Okay,
one,
yeah, well,
right?
obviously, yeah, but at the same time, I don't know how good he actually is because I
Yeah, I
just,
don't watch enough of
yeah,
other teams like that either.
I just don't watch enough.
I don't watch enough, yeah. All right, and I unfortunately have to come over here to the West and talk
Oh
about
man.
the number one seed, Oklahoma Thunder. Jason's team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, playing the number eight seed
Hey,
Suns, Phoenix Suns.
shout out Sam Presti. It's been 5 years in the making, my dog. Thank you, sir.
Hey, it's hard for me to say anything. The dude's a dog. You know what I mean? The dude is a dog. You guys leading that one 2-0. I'm expecting a sweep. We're gonna move on. All right. And then right before before we got on the podcast today, me and you had a small little discussion. The Los Angeles Lakers are playing the Rockets, number 4 seed versus number 5 seed. The Los Angeles Lakers are currently winning 3-0. That
I can't believe
I
it.
don't know. I don't know if people saw 3-0 coming. You know what I mean?
I know they're
But
missing KD, but at the same time, I know for a fact that whenever they were missing KD in the regular season, they were actually kind of playing a little bit better. So it's surprising that of all teams, the fucking Lakers are just putting it in their ass.
hey, LeBron still he still got it, bro. LeBron still got it.
And he's been playing. He's
Uh,
been playing. I heard somebody say the other day he's on his Magic Johnson era, where he doesn't have to score anymore. He's gonna continue to be the facilitator he always has been, and just do it
and
more.
then score when he
Score
needs
when
to,
he needs to.
basically.
Yes, sir. I love it. I mean, I used to hate LeBron, but this man is just unbelievable.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. The next series, bro, it will be the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves are actually leading that series 2-1 right now.
Did you see
So I know
about?
Anthony
Did you see that fight? Or I think there was a fight.
in that series,
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't think I saw that.
I can't remember who it is, so I guess we can't really talk about it if I don't know.
But I know Anthony Edwards is always a dog, so you're always gonna have to find a way to stop him.
Oh yeah,
It's basically Anthony Edwards versus Jokic, essentially. So we'll see. Looks like the next game is at Minnesota, so I think Denver needs to win that game to take back home court. And then going on right now, actually, is the San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trail Blazers. They are tied 1-1. Thought it was going to show me the score, but it's not. But
you said Port.
Wimbyama is not playing.
Oh,
Wimbyama is not
Portland
playing.
Spurs. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh
Portland and
shit, yeah,
Spurs.
because he had a concussion.
He got a concussion. Yep. So we'll see what happens. That's big for Portland, but we'll see. Good for Portland after all the Chauncey Billups stuff, and the gambling and all that.
Yeah, I don't.
There's still.
I honestly couldn't name you a single human being that plays for Portland right now. I don't. The fact that you're saying that name is astounding to me. I have no, bro.
uh,
I'm thinking DeMar DeRozan.
Mar DeRozan. Um, well, if you don't know that, anybody on the Trailblazers, and you're definitely not going to know many people on hockey. But I do want to take
Oh,
a quick little mention of the Dallas Stars. Of course, I watch a little bit of the Dallas Stars. Big fan of playoff hockey, though, just in general. Playoff hockey's fun. But the Stars are playing the Minnesota Wild. They're up 2-1 in the series. It's been a really good series so far. The last game that they played was a two overtime game that ended at like 1:15 Central Time. So it went pretty long, and I need them to start playing these games earlier so they don't go so far into the night. That would be nice. But I'm looking forward to that. I think they play again, or they play tomorrow. The Stars play tomorrow on Saturday, April the 25th. They play. So we'll see what happens there. And then
go Rico
one last
Manton, Miko Rantanen.
Biko, yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. And the other thing I wanted to mention is just kind of like a Rangers update in general. They did play tonight. Their game is already over. The A's unfortunately waxed our ass tonight, 8-1. Evaldi has already
Yeah,
given up.
Nathan.
I I think he's tied for the lead, or he is in the lead for most home runs given up this season. So we gotta hopefully he figures that out. We need Evo because when Evo's on, he's tough to beat. He's tough to beat for sure.
Yeah, he's
Wyatt
very
Langford.
important.
Wyatt Langford went on the injured list
It was hamstring,
with
right?
the no. This one was a flexor strain. It was in his arm, like a flexor strain.
Mm.
The hamstring or the quad, it was like I think it was a few weeks before that, maybe, or like a week or two before that.
I feel like he's too strong for his body. Like, why are, it's weird how like the strongest people get injured the most. And I feel like it's
I know what you're talking. He's like very stocky, right? Is that kind of what you're referring to?
yeah, it seems like it just like he has too much torque for what his body can handle.
Yeah, I mean, and he had all this, talk about going into the season. Oh, we got to extend him, give him this big old contract. When this season he hasn't really done much this year. I mean,
He hasn't done anything to earn a contract. That's point blank, period.
yeah, basic.
And
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
that's based off potential, and you don't
It's all
you
potential.
don't you don't get a contract based off potential. It's not. No,
Some
fuck no.
people do.
I know,
Some people do.
but I don't want to do it. I know that. Like, nigga,
Well,
you better show you got to show me something, or you can go away. I don't care.
well,
Like Josh Young.
you.
Josh Young had a great season whenever we won the World Series. Imagine if we gave him a contract after that season.
It's funny you mentioned him because that's where I actually wanted to go next. Was Josh Young? The dude's actually been on a freaking tear recently. I think
Yeah, he has though.
his batting average is up in the high twos now. He's getting extra base hits pretty much every game. Defense is, there. So we'll
Hmm.
see. He needs to keep that up for sure. If he's able to keep that up, and then Evan Carter can learn how to hit left-handed pitching, I like where the core of that team is kind of
How
headed.
bad he is versus lefties is just embarrassing.
Saw the graphic. I saw the graphic on one of the games.
And we talked about the. I don't think we actually posted this episode because it was the one in intermission.
Oh yeah,
So like I don't understand how it's so hard to hit lefty lefty. Like righty righty, I'm so comfortable hitting righty righty. Lefties are weird, so I guess I can understand it because it's coming from the same side and it's also weird. But it just never made sense to me how it's so lopsided. Because I
a lot of
mean,
times it feels. I mean, baseball's mental, but it definitely feels mental when something like that happens to me. I mean, not to say it is, but it definitely feels like it's a mental. Like, like you said, like if it was a righty, granted we're washed up, but when we played, I don't remember like facing a righty and be like, oh, I'm facing a righty today, I can't hit it.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
I guess
I don't
we
know if it's
can't
like a.
possibly know because we're not lefties, we're righties. So there's something
But you would still think like the general idea of it being lefty on lefty, you would think righty on righty would be the
the
same
exact
thing,
same thing,
right?
right? Yeah.
So it's like
But like we talked about
maybe
in the last when we talked about this last time, it's also maybe it's because we take right-handed uh batting practice every day. Like
that's fair.
you never have a
That's fair.
left-handed coach pass throwing the ball to you and you're hitting it off a lefty. Like that rarely happens.
Well, that's a great point because the I know at the beginning of this season, maybe they still do it, but the Rangers coaching staff is making it a point to take left-handed batting practice because like the team in general, not even just Evan Carter, but like the team in general struggles against left-handed pitching for whatever the reason is. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but they just said basically that they're making it a focus to actually have left-handed pitching in their batting practice. And like they also said that they're scooting up the mound basically to give you less time to kind of react to it,
Hmm.
to kind of try to like when you do get an actual pitcher that's further away, the idea would be right that it kind of slows down because it's coming from a further distance than it was in batting practice. But I don't know if that's end all be all. I don't know if that's going to solve the issue entirely.
Yeah.
Um, but
The
I
thing
mean,
is that like I feel like the whole problem with lefty versus lefty is the fact that you don't just the same
see it
way
a
as
lot.
righties, we don't see as many lefties as righties. And so I guess whenever lefties see lefties, they piss their pants. Because
Take it in the
it
boots.
is very common. Like it's been a thing in the MLB for as long as I can fucking remember, and it never has changed.
You know, I was thinking, when do I get to go whoop your ass in golf again, Jason?
I just got my
You
taxes.
got
I
no.
just got my taxes back, bitch.
Oh, so it sounds like we setting up a tea
Yeah.
time soon. Then I'm over here just. I'm looking. I saw this. There was like an
You
advertisement
should have
come
played
across the top
today,
of the
and I could have
screen
paid you back.
because I know it's, I gotta just explain because I was looking at the top of my screen and a advertisement for the PGA Tour Frisco tournament came up,
Oh,
and I was like, dang,
I
like
want to play
for
there
those of
so
y'all that aren't,
bad.
for those of y'all that don't know, it costs like $300 for a tea time or something ridiculous like that to play there. So someone like me and Jason, yeah, you won't see us out there. But
Never.
anyways, back back to back to schedule programming. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and this will be a fun. We're gonna go ahead and jump. Actually, Jason, do you have a buy sell? Do you want to do buy sell? You want to go into the draft?
Oh shit. You didn't
I know we
mention
didn't
buy
talk about
sell.
it. I know
You
I
always
didn't,
forget
and
that
I didn't.
shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if you had something like just off the top of your mind. Um, I'm just gonna sell real quick. I kind of just had something that kind of came up. Um, I'm gonna just sell the regular 8 to 5 work week in general. I'm not down with it. I need to figure out a way to work, make enough money, and maybe be able to do my own schedule. Because I mean, as you know from my work schedule right now, it's 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. and coming home that late, it's just it's I'm over it. So I'm selling having a shorter work week, working less, enjoying life more. So that's my sell. But if you don't have anything, Jason, that's okay. We can go straight into the video game draft. Do you want to do the? Do you
I
want to go ahead and
I just want to go ahead and say that I 100% agree with you. Cause I mean, you don't even have a kid, bro. Like having a kid and then trying to figure out, well, where can I work to where I can work around that schedule, where he could
yeah,
pick him up from school, take him to school, play basketball, get him into soccer, which we already signed up for now too. He's about to be playing basketball and soccer during the summer. So I have to make sure that my schedule fits that shit. And if not, then wow, there's no excuse for missing practice. I know that. We talked about that. If you miss practice, if you miss motherfucking practice, you're not fucking playing back in our day. But nowadays, you can miss games apparently because one of our best players missed a game today.
Jason.
Yeah,
We talking about practice?
practice, nigga.
We talking about practice?
This.
Practice?
But
Sorry, I had to hit it. I had
nah.
to hit it one time. One time. One
At this
time.
age, man, practice is the most important thing.
It is. It's like you don't really realize it until you look back on it and you're like, damn, I wish I would have, maybe done a little bit more in that practice
Yeah,
or something like
I
that.
wish I
But
would have dribbled with my left hand a little bit more because
I wish I would have done every
I see,
I wish I was ambidextrous like a mug,
bro,
man. Let me tell you.
I'm watching 7-year-olds dribble better than I was with my left hand in high school, bro. I'm better now because I'm grown and I got great
Of
coordination and
course.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, but bro, in middle school, my left hand was trash. This little kid, the kid that I was telling you about that scored the 22 out of the 23 points that we had today, he's got his left hand and his right hand just clean, just smooth running down the court. I was like,
Makes you want to get back out there and show them
oh
who's boss,
God,
huh?
let's not get started. Let's not get started with that.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Let's go ahead and do our draft this week, uh, which is going to be a fun one. It's going to be our. Are we just doing our favorite all-time video games,
Y-
essentially, Jason? Right?
Yep.
So favorite video games all time. Um, I wasn't the most. I didn't branch out a whole bunch when it came to like different genres of video games. I played a little bit of like other stuff, which I'll get into, because I'm gonna have some older ones on there for sure. But uh, I'll give you the option, Jason.
You go
You can choose if
first.
you want to go first. You want me to go first? Okay. So I'm gonna take NFL Street as my number one pick.
Are you fucking serious?
That is my number one pick, NFL Street.
You're a fucking punk ass bitch. I
Is that
did
what you were
not.
gonna go with?
I was going. It is very high on my list. It wasn't the first thing I was gonna go with because I didn't think that you would think about it. So now that you have done that, I have to think that your list is very similar to mine as fucking usual. So I'm gonna go MLB Slugfest.
That's a good one.
That was, bro. Whenever Okay, so I gotta tell a little bit of a
Hey,
story
I
behind
love
this.
that.
I gotta tell a
I
little bit
love
of a
that.
story behind this because you know that I used to play All-Star games with Trevor Story. So there was one time whenever we were at I think it was the World Series for like just like the Texas region. It was down in Houston and we were staying in a hotel and we used to play that game all like everybody would go to one hotel room, one PlayStation. Everybody's playing that shit. We got
Man.
a whole bracket. Like we're
Yep,
having a
tournament
whole
style.
tournament, bro. Like
Tournament
man,
style,
I used
bro.
to miss that shit, bro. I mean, I miss that shit because like there's so many kids that we used to always be on the same all-star teams every year, but we never got to actually like play with each other during the season. We were playing against each other, but
Right.
we all fuck with each other
You
at the
all hung
same
out.
time.
Yep, yep.
So
I had
like
those people for
so
sure.
like you got people like Trevor Story, who is basically my biggest rival in my whole fucking sports career because he was better at everything, he was good at everything, and he was always on the better team. And like now I get to go to the All-Star game, and now we're chilling, playing MLB Slugfest, just knocking each other out at first base. Bro, that game was awesome, bro. You used to
The
be able
best,
to,
because like you could be out, but you could end up, going to first base and just punching the first baseman,
yeah,
and
if he
like he'll
loses
drop
the
the ball and
ball,
then you'd
yeah.
be safe.
And then there used to be
That's awesome.
all those cheat codes where you can have those super cool ass bats and like different mascots and shit. That game was fucking awesome, bro. All
That's a good
right.
one. That's a good one.
All right.
All right, on you, my friend.
I don't think you're gonna take my number one, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna take San Andreas,
Grand Theft Auto, yeah, that was on my
GTA
list
all
for
the
sure.
way. But
That was on
specifically San Andreas
Sam because they are different a
because
little bit.
it was the
Yeah,
black version.
it was the
I
black
can't.
version.
Hey, that was the first time that we had black people on Grand Theft Auto. I was like, oh, no more Italians, my niggas.
All right, so I'm trying to think like when I'm thinking about my favorite games, right? I'm trying to think what games do I remember spending the most amount of time
Oh
playing,
no,
and
please don't,
I think
please don't.
One of the one of the games that I spent, dude, I would stay up
Oh my
just
God,
24 hours.
you're doing it.
Call of Duty 4
Okay,
Modern Warfare.
okay. Cool.
Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare.
I had Modern Warfare 3 on my list, but I thought you were going somewhere else.
And then I'm gonna follow that up and I'm gonna pick my favorite baseball game of all time. And I'm gonna choose MVP baseball.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
You remember whenever you could go in, they would have like mini games, and then like you'd hit on the baseball field, and on and like left field they would have a ramp, left center they would have a ramp,
Yeah.
center field, and like if you hit it up the ramp, it would like fly over the fence, and you would get extra points and stuff like that. And if you hit multiple back-to-back home runs, you would multiply your points more and like stuff like that. That was the one with Manny Ramirez on the cover, actually.
Was it?
Your boy. It was.
My
Your boy
dog.
Manny Ramirez. So, all right, I got NFL Street, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, and MVP Baseball. You have MLB Slugfest and GTA San Andreas on you. Both two.
All right, so I'm gonna have to go. I don't think that you would pick it, but I just feel like I have to take it. It's outside of the realm of what we've been in. My favorite racing game, which is Midnight Club.
That game, you know, I'm upset with myself for not even having that on my
Mm.
list. Bro, you know what I
Bro,
loved about Midnight Club? I loved dude, the
cussing you in
playlist,
your
bro, the
car,
albums. Oh, bro, they had played.
man.
Man,
That's what
hey,
I used to
I
like
right,
about Grand Theft Auto too.
great pick, bro. Midnight Club, great pick. All right, on you for one more.
Oh shit. Um, uh, fuck. I'm gonna have to take NBA Street.
Okay, I like it.
Them boys used to be getting down. Did you ever play that?
I did, I did. It was fine. Wasn't my favorite, but I didn't mind it.
That's because you weren't a
I
basketball player, because they used to go crazy. Like the shit that they let you do on that game, it was basically like Slugfest and Blitz
That's a good
or
one.
NFL
It
Street.
is a good one.
But I mean, it boy, that shit got exciting.
So I don't remember which one it was, but if we're just taking one series, I'm gonna take Fight Night.
Oh, I was
Let's take Fight Night.
I didn't put that on my list, but I thought about it, and you'll see why I didn't. And I'm wondering, but
I'm trying
your
to
pick.
think here. You know what? I don't want to miss it, so I'm gonna go Mario Kart.
Okay, cool. Bet. I'm glad that's what you did. Okay, so
Oh wait, real quick. So I have one, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four. You want to do seven total, or what are you thinking right now? Because you're about to pick your fifth one.
I feel like I feel like what I said earlier. Let's just roll until we're done.
Okay. All right, we'll do a few more. Go ahead.
All right. So
On you for two.
your boxing was fight night. My
You
boxing,
UFC.
I wonder if you've ever played this before, but it's Royal Rumble.
Is that the one that's on the Nintendo
I was
or
on, I think
no?
it was on a PlayStation, but it had Afro Thunder on it. Do you remember Afro Thunder?
I do not, which I'm surprised because
Somebody
I
better
love
call
wrestling.
the doctor.
I used to watch wrestling all the time, but I played the WWE
No,
like SmackDown versus
it's a
Raw video games.
boxing game. It's just called Royal
Oh, then no,
Rumble.
I definitely didn't play
Bro,
it. I
I used
definitely
to,
didn't play it.
man, I hope whoever watches this, I hope somebody knows that, because that is one of my favorite games ever.
All right, on you for one.
All right. I don't know which one to go with. Once you hear what I have to say, you'll understand why I'm debating the two. Um, I'm gonna go with Rock Band. Shit. I said the wrong one. Guitar Hero.
I'll give you. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna take. That's cool. You good? Guitar Hero's a good one for sure. All right, I'm gonna go. You went Guitar Hero and Royal Rumble. Okay, so I'm gonna take Halo
Mm-mm.
and I'm gonna take Sonic the Hedgehog.
You like your Nintendo shit. All right.
Well, it's either that. It's either that. Like the Nintendo games are like the only games I played that weren't like really sports, besides like Call of Duty.
Okay.
All
So,
right, so we'll do. You can do two more, and then I can end it with one.
all right. So next is Def Jam Vendetta.
Yep, I texted you about that the other day. Absolutely,
Did you? I don't
I think
remember that.
so. Maybe it wasn't you actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
Great one. That was
You
a
out
really
there
fun
fighting
game.
Fat Joe and goddamn, hey boy.
Snoop Dogg
Man,
exhibit,
we was out there fucking boxing with rappers. That game was awesome. Um, and
and then
then
your last pick.
and it's my number one, and I'm glad you never took it. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
All right, so I'm debating between two right now. You want me to tell you what the two are?
Sure.
NCAA football and backyard baseball.
Oh my God. Okay, so
So I'm
can
gonna go
I?
backyard baseball.
Okay, I just wanted to say that I did have NCAA football on my list, and it was specifically '07 when Reggie Bush was on the cover. But I forgot about backyard baseball, and that is a pool that kind of just got me a little excited.
You know what's it's always fun because anybody that's played backyard baseball, all you have to say is, "Who's the
Pablo.
best player?" Yeah, I don't even have to say anything. That's my exact point. I didn't even have to say shit. He's
Pablo
already saying the best.
Sanchez.
I was gonna say, who's the best player in backyard baseball, and you were already saying it. So good for you. Made my point even look better. But that was fun, man. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna just read it off real quick. So my picks were NFL Street, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, MVP Baseball, Fight Night, Mario Kart, Halo, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Backyard Baseball. Jason took Slugfest, San Andreas, Midnight Club, NBA Street, Royal Rumble, Guitar Hero, Def Jam Vendetta, and Pokemon. So, can't, I mean, dude, if we're having a hell of a game night, that's all I'm saying. We are having a hell of a game night. We ain't going to
Boy.
sleep. We gonna be up. I'll be making pancakes. You be making waffles. But yeah, man. All right, well, shoot, man. Hey, what a fun time. Go Cowboys. Go Caleb Downs. If you're watching the video, yes, I named myself Caleb Downs in the video. Shout out him. Shout out us. Good for us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, Jason?
Go
Not me. Not me.
Cowboys.
Not me. Oh, before we go, for the listeners out there, I did drive and meet Jason today. I provided him with two things. One was a laptop. That's not really so important. The other important thing is I gave him a box of the Hot Ones YouTube TV show hot sauce. I forgot what season it is. But there's 10 hot sauces in this box. Jason's already been examining them. He's already been telling me which ones he's excited for. I told his ass he better not try them until we do it. But I'm bringing this up because here in a few weeks, date to be determined, but it will be a few weeks from now. Um, we are going to do a Hot Ones challenge as an episode here on Podigami. I know I'm excited now. For me, I've done it one time, so I have like a little bit of an idea. Jason doesn't have an idea, but what I did tell him is I want to try to just implement some like questions or with just some topics of discussion, and they could be short after we eat each one, just to kind of allow the heat and everything to settle a little bit. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and move forward and do that here in a few weeks. Cowboys drafted Caleb Downs. Dallas Stars are in the playoffs. Rangers are playing roughly 500 baseball right now. Keep up with that. Jason's still ugly. I'm still cute.
And I'm not
And
scared of
with
none
that,
of them hot ones.
he ain't scared of the hot ones. He wanted to make sure y'all all knew about that. But with that being said, guys, appreciate y'all listening. Make sure y'all follow us on Facebook and TikTok. We just posted another TikTok right before this video, or excuse me, this episode recording, and you guys should check it out on TikTok. Podigami Podcast. Hit us up, follow us, let us know your thoughts, discussions, and suggestions on those episodes. We do appreciate the feedback. Jason, I love you, bro. Appreciate you. Y'all have a good night.
Deuces.